Hey everyone, now we're going to meet Nathan over here. Nathan heads up all of our Python and backend work, mainly across contract, across all things UK and Europe. Comes from a very good pedigree and very good experience, obviously, in the space. Nathan, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us a little about your niche.
Well, as Craig said, Nathan, been doing this a little while now. Anything contract, anything Python, I'm the go-to guy. We've seen so much transition within the market this year. I think for me, Python is still the leading language when it comes to AI, ML. Anything Python, give me a shout.
Nice. What sort of areas are you working on at the minute within Python? What kind of industries, what markets?
In terms of markets, I'll say anything large organizations, startup, fintechs, majority fintechs at the moment. I think we've seen a real rise in terms of fintech employment. So that's what I'm focusing on at the moment.
Nice. Whenever you actually think about, because there's obviously two sides of the coin, isn't there? There's obviously clients and we've got candidates. So whenever you're thinking about clients that are looking to try to acquire top talent, what are you seeing as being their main differentiator to basically separate themselves from other companies?
I think a lot of clients are moving away from the traditional educational skill set. I think it's more based on personality, how candidates can add value to companies in terms of technical skill sets and experience. I think a lot of clients are moving away from the traditional, what we used to see, you need a particular degree or whatever it is to work at a certain company.
Nice. And obviously the Python market is very competitive at the moment.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Python engineers on the market, particularly within contract. How would you, if you were a Python engineer, you speak to thousands a week, how would you differentiate yourself to make sure you get the best contract or get your best job?
I think not trying to blag it. I think talking your actual skill set, things you've done, your experience, I think that's the key there. I think being on top of the market is being able to actually explain what you've done and show your real expertise within the market.
Okay, nice. And actually, again, the market's competitive for us as headhunters. How are you separating yourself from, let's say, someone from another agency down the street?
Selling myself.
You are?
I think I'm the difference.
Yeah,
Me
nice.
personally, selling myself. For me, the key thing here is rapport. I think if you can build rapport with candidates, clients, I think you'll be top. They'll remember your name, remember who you are.
Nice. Okay, so nice, Nathan. So that's obviously quite good. So talk to me about a success story you've had. Tell me about maybe a client service or a candidate service you've given over the last, let's say, 12 months that you're very proud of.
I think candidate-wise, I think the key thing for me, as I said, rapport is the key thing. I think being able to call a candidate and remember your name, your number saved. They when you call them, they answer your phone call at any time. I think for me, building that trust has sort of helped me along the way within the last 12 months. Understanding when the best time to call a candidate is, the best type of communication method. I think that's key. Understanding your candidate's needs and requirements.
Nice. And then obviously, look, we whenever we get on the phone and we talk to a candidate or a client, there is an element where we have to pitch ourselves as Albert Bow. What's the main thing you're saying? What's the main thing you're promising to these people?
I think under promising is probably the key thing for me. Selling myself first, then selling Albert Bow. I think you don't want to come across too salesy. So obviously getting on the phones, introducing myself, what I can do, how can I add value, and then introing Albert Bow straight after that. I think with that probably entices a client or a candidate a bit more.
Okay, nice. That's good.